everyone and welcome back to IM Technos. In part 1, we learned what AMIs are, explored their types, and saw a hands-on demo where we created a custom AMI from an EC2 instance and use it to launch another EC2 instance with the same setup. In this video, we are going one step further. We will dive into how AMIs actually capture the system state behind the scenes, what the limitations are, and some practical considerations you should know when copying or sharing AMIs across regions and AWS accounts. So let's get started. Here are few practical insights to keep in mind while using AMIs. When you create an AMI from an EC2 instance, it captures the operating system, installed applications, configuration files, and EBS volume data, which is essentially the system state at that point in time. However, it doesn't include, basically excludes, instance-specific settings like the instance type, security groups, key pairs, or IP addresses. That means when you launch a new EC2 instance from this AMI, you need to configure these settings again manually during the launch process. Next, the AMI preserves the current state of the application. For example, if the instance has Python application running version 1 at the time you create the AMI, that version is what gets saved. If you later upgrade the application to version 2, the existing AMI will still hold the version 1. To get that new version in your future instances, you must create a new AMI after the upgrade. And one more important point, if you launch an EC2 instance from a custom AMI and later delete that AMI, it won't affect the running instance. That instance will continue to run normally because it no longer depends on the AMI after it is launched. Now, let's look at what are the practical uses of custom AMIs. As we have already learned, we can launch one or more EC2 instances using the AMI, all with identical configurations. We can copy an AMI from one region to another, making it available globally. We can share the AMI with another AWS account, useful for collaboration or multi-account environments. Now let's copy the AMI we created earlier in the North Virginia region to Mumbai region. Please note that data transfer charges may apply when copying AMIs across regions. It's recommended to skip this step if you want to avoid additional cost. In the EC2 console, from the left navigation pane, go to Images and click on AMIs. Select the AMI you created, click Actions, and then choose the first option, Copy AMI. Since we are copying the AMI to Mumbai region, rename the description as Mumbai Apache AMI. Under Destination region, select Mumbai, leave other options as default, scroll down and click Copy AMI. Now open a new tab, change the region in the top right corner to Mumbai, and go to EC2 dashboard from the search bar. In the left navigation pane, under Images, select AMIs. And you should see the copied AMI listed. It may still be in a pending state. Wait until its status becomes available. You will also notice that the new AMI has a different AMI ID which ends with 680, whereas the AMI North Virginia region ends with 80BB, confirming it's a separate copy. Once the AMI in Mumbai region is in available state, you can launch an instance from this AMI, which already has an Apache web server pre-installed. Give the instance a name like Mumbai instance. Under AMIs, select My AMIs, and your private AMI should be auto-selected. Choose T2 Micro as an instance type. In the key pair section, proceed without a key pair. Under Network Settings, disable SSH and enable HTTP. Leave the remaining options as default and click on Launch Instance. Now go to Instances, copy the public IP address of the instance and paste it in a new browser tab. You should see the default Apache welcome page confirming that Apache is running successfully. Now let's share the AMI with a different AWS account. I have signed into two AWS accounts side by side. One is IM Techno Studio, the source account, and other is IM Techno Shared, the target account. Since the AMI was created in North Virginia region, when shared, it will only be visible in the same region in the target account. So first, in the shared account, go to EC2 dashboard and click on AMIs under Images. Now let me minimize the left navigation pane to see things clearly. You will notice that there are currently no AMIs listed under private images. Now switch to Studio account, select the AMI you wanted to share, go to Actions and choose Edit AMI Permissions. Scroll down to the Shared Accounts section and click Add Account ID. Go to Shared Account, click on the account name drop-down in the top right corner and copy the 12-digit account ID. Paste this into the Shared Accounts field in the Studio account. Click Share AMI. Then scroll down and click Save Changes. Now return to the shared account. Do a refresh. You should be seeing the shared AMI listed under private images. From here, you can launch an EC2 instance using this AMI just like we did earlier. So once it's up and running, try accessing the Apache web server and share your results in the comment section. All right. Let's now go over some important considerations when working with AMIs. First up, AMI storage cost. AMIs are stored as snapshots in Amazon S3 and incur storage cost based on the size of EBS volume included. Regularly review and delete unused AMIs and snapshots to manage cost effectively. Next, let's talk about AMI permissions and sharing. By default, AMIs you create a private to your AWS account. You can share AMIs with specific AWS accounts or make them public. Be cautious when sharing to avoid exposing sensitive data. Another key point is AMI updates and versioning. It's good practice to version your custom AMIs to keep track of changes and easily roll back if needed. Now let's touch on encrypted AMIs. You can create encrypted AMIs for enhanced security, especially when dealing with sensitive data. Encryption applies to the underlying EBS snapshots. Finally, keep in mind the limitations of AMI creation. Creating an AMI requires the instance to be in a stopped or running state. But be aware that creating an AMI from a running instance may result in a snapshot that's not fully consistent for applications with high write activity. Before wrapping up, let's clean up the resources. In the Studio account, select the AMI, go to Actions, and click Edit AMI Permissions. Scroll down to the Shared Account section, select the Shared Account ID, and click Remove Selected. Scroll down and click Save Changes. Now select the same AMI, click Deregister AMI under Actions, and confirm it. After that, go to Snapshots under Elastic Block Store, select the associated snapshot, and click Delete under Actions, and type Delete when prompted. Under the instances in the left navigation pane, select both the instances, go to Instance State, and click Terminate and confirm the deletion. Still in the Studio account, switch to Mumbai region and terminate the instance. Then go to AMIs, select the AMI and deregister it from the Actions. And also delete the associated snapshot by typing delete when prompted. Finally, switch to Shared Account, refresh the AMI page, and the shared AMI should no longer appear since the permissions have been removed from the Studio account. As we created multiple resources, double-check everything to ensure no components are left running unnecessarily and could lead to unexpected cost. That's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy learning.